from Vintage Meet Modern, and I'm very excited because it is Jewelry Party Wednesday. And I'm very happy to have you all join me. So welcome. It's nice to see everyone, and I'm very excited for us all to be together on a Wednesday. So I have got just trays and trays of beautiful jewelry. We've got awesome pieces from all different decades, and I'm very excited because we also have some awesome holiday finds tucked in here, which are just perfect to complete your look as well as put you in a fabulous mood. So I love this week's collection. There are some really fun pieces too. It's not just limited to holiday pieces. So I hope that you will find something. Everything here is underneath our new arrivals tab. And we've got some fabulous pieces. So everyone have a nice time, sit back and relax and enjoy yourself. So I'm going to start off right away by showing you the awesome piece that I have on. As I mentioned, there are some great pieces that are not holiday related, but they're just fun and they're really great. They're classic. They will last you, a long time, and they have a little bit of a personality. So the first piece I'm showing off this evening is this Egyptian Revival piece. It features a jade green stone at the top, a lapis, and then it has some lighter blue, sort of turquoise colored dangles. It is not signed, but it very much is reminiscent of an Accessicraft style piece. Definitely has that Egyptian revival feel, and it's just a great classic piece. Megan says, I got the tiny rose brooch and I'm excited to cluster it. Yes, that was a great one. And I thought it'd be great either clustering it up on something like a black velvet or like I have on, or it'd be really, really cute on like the pointed collar of a shirt. So that was a great find from this week's collection. So this one is another really great piece. I love anything that has like a lot of presence to it. It's a fun, funky piece. As you can see, I have it on today against navy blue velvet. This is from Talbot's. It's several seasons old. So this is the way that you can really update your look without having to reinvest and buy a lot of clothes and have your closet grow. You can always use the fabulous accessories. And the best part is the accessories. Oh, excuse me, always fit. I'm going to take a sip of water. It's very, very windy here. And I was out earlier with Mr. Michael. So I sense that I'm just a little dry and parched. So this is the Egyptian Revival piece. I also like this one because it's very easy to wear with other classic gold pieces. And I like that it's really indicative of those very popular 1960s design. For those of you who are Elizabeth Taylor fans and you really enjoyed, for example, her movie when she was in Cleopatra, this looks just like something that would be featured in one of those types of movies. So the other nice thing about this one is that it hangs at a really nice length. It's not too long and it's not too short. And it just has such great detailing to it. Isn't that pretty? The back of it has open stones. The other thing is the stones are glass. They're not lucite. The dangles, the blue beads at the bottom, they are lucite, but they're a solid lucite and not a lightweight bead. So we've got that very pretty piece. Another piece that I can't believe that we actually still have this week because usually they're so popular. We've got this awesome triple strand coil bracelet. And what I do love about this one is it's more of a matte pearl versus a really shiny pearl. I always love the pieces that are in expansion style. The expansion style ones are great because they'll fit a variety of wrist sizes, everything from your small 5 to 6 inch to your large 9-inch wrist. The other thing that's really great about this 1950s piece is it's very comfortable, very easy to wear, and it's lightweight too. So you can feel really good about mixing this one with your other pearl jewelry. I was looking to see if I had some other pearl pieces here. I don't at the moment, but it is a fun one. It does have a really nice expander on it. It's nice because it's also graduated. It's got the rounder beads. And you know what? For someone who really likes classic jewelry and is new to collecting vintage, This would make a very lovely gift during the holiday season. And of course, as you know, we try to go the extra mile with our packaging. We try to make sure that even if it's a gift for you, it's always wrapped like a present. And we always try to make sure that if you're going to gift it to somebody, that it's wrapped beautifully as well too. So I can't impress again upon you how comfortable and easy this one is to wear. And it's just such a classic piece. Some of the wonderful women we have been working with from all over the States. If you're joining us on Instagram, you know that Kristen from Southern Splendor, she has been rocking her pearls all week long, and she's been tagging VMM while she's been wearing them. So this is a great piece. I know that there's lots of versatility in it. Somebody says that pearl bracelet is exquisite, and it is. Just a very lovely workmanship and really great condition too. There's no wear and no scratches. There's no pearl loss, any nacre loss on any of them. So it's a great piece. And like I said, very, very well made. Up next is a piece that I cannot also believe that we still have. This is this outstanding vintage Swarovski ornament brooch. It has the teeniest, tiniest little symbol right there. You can kind of see it looks like a little circle. That's the insignia. And it has these beautiful channel princess cut stones. It has a nice little amount of green and red enamel. And boy, does it sparkle. You can see it just has such a beautiful sparkle to it. Now, this one is a great one. I'm going to show you how I have a higher neckline on today. I have the velvet on it. You're going to see how easy it is actually to wear this in a variety of different styles. I have it here as in the center, like a pendant, but this is a really great piece to put on your favorite coat as well. This is a very solid, well-made piece in terms of heaviness. You can definitely feel the weight on it, which is really nice. And then, of course, it goes really beautiful with all kinds of other classic rhinestone jewelry that you have. Everything from hoops. We've got a little green ring this week that features the Art Deco styling. If you like being able to bring out the green, it goes very lovely with red. And then keep in mind, you can very easily be able to wear this with your diamond studs or with your other classic gold jewelry. It does have the look and feel of real. And I must say, for all of my years working in vintage and designer jewelry, even when I worked in designer jewelry and it wasn't vintage yet, these types of pieces, like for example at Neiman Marcus, were always very collectible. People would run in right after, back then we were really good. We didn't put out a ton of stuff that was Christmas related until mid-November. Now it feels like as soon as you turn over pumpkin spice, it's boom, it's Christmas. I don't know whatever happened to Thanksgiving, but now is a great time to be able to treat yourself to some holiday pieces. And this one is a really wonderful one. Just so beautifully, so sparkly, not a stone out of place. It's solid. And as you can see, there's no wear to the plating on the back too, as well as the rollover clasp is nice and secure too. And like I said, we do have 2 emerald style rings this week. And for those of you who like being able to mix your emerald colors, we have an emerald that is a emerald cut set with some diamante rhinestones with it. And then we have an Art Deco mill grain style that's a little bit, as you can see, looks a little bit like a quatrefoil style design. It's kind of like a softened square with some rounder edges. If you like wearing green and red together, these are both outstanding pieces to put with that. So really, really great pieces, very nice and beautiful colors, just vibrant, fantastic, perfect holiday colors. And speaking of holiday colors, we do have some very beautiful holiday brooches. So we have that one. We also have this small petite one with the holly on it. And then for those of you who like wearing smaller brooches, Megan at the very beginning of the evening mentioned something about scatter pins. She did pick up the little rose one earlier this week. But for those of you who like wearing groupings together, this is a very petite, lovely, smaller pin. It features a little bit of a holly design, kind of has a little bit of a floral design in the background, and it also has got some little red berries. So it's very festive, but at the same time, it's very tasteful. It's also very lightweight, so it's very easy to be able to wear it against a variety of different fabrics. If you're a big cardigan wearer, this would be a very lovely piece to wear on a cardigan, especially in that area, you know, where you have a little bit of lapel room. It'll be a very classic, chic 1960s look, and, you know, totally updated, but very pretty and very tasteful. Of course, this is a great brooch to also put on your favorite coat or jacket, and this would be a really great one to kind of tie up with a shawl or a poncho. And speaking of that, my gift guides are coming out this week. So for those of you who are looking for things for the brooch lover, the ring lover, the necklace lover, and it's not just all jewelry, I've got all kinds of fabulous gifts and fabulous ideas on how to delight people, other jewelry loving gals. So let's talk about some of the other pieces that we have. We also have another smaller Christmas tree brooch. This one features some little colorful rhinestones. It also has got a, it has some little stones that are kind of tucked into the kind of leaves. It's sort of a tiered style. I'm trying to get the catch here. Oh, goodness. There we go. Got the rollover clasp. This is a nice small petite rhinestone brooch. This one is another one that's really pretty to kind of layer up with other pieces. And then don't forget, a lot of people really loved that larger Christmas tree brooch that we had, but this is the mid-sized one. There's a smaller one. This is a little bit more petite. This one is like 2 inches or so, about 1.5 inches. And the other one was a little larger. It was like a 3-inch by a 2-inch. But you can see how fun it is to kind of put a little grouping together. We've got the smaller mid-century modern one. We have got the petite little holly. And then we also have this mid-sized piece, which is really, really fabulous. Just a great collection, great pieces, and super fun to wear at this time of year. And for those of you who love and looking to see, I thought I had some little Christmas tree earrings here. They might be here someplace. I'm checking them out. Oh, here they are. We have got some sweet little Christmas tree earrings that feature little red stars. And for those of you who are not a brooch girl, these are super fun too. So whether you're wearing them with your ugly Christmas sweater or you're just letting these be your classic statement piece, these are super fun. They're really nice and secure, and they've got just the right amount of green enamel on them, and then they look like they have little ornaments that are decorating them in a variety of colors. And they do look super cute. I'm going to pull my hair back. For those of you who like wearing your hair back, they're super fun. They're really nice. Very nice design, and you've got the added benefit of that they look like they've got some really nice color to them as well. As long as I'm talking about color, one of the fun pieces that we have this week, so this piece obviously goes with all of the little Christmas jewelry that we're showing because most of them have got some little blue rhinestones that have been added to them. This is a fabulous 1950s era cocktail ring. It is in excellent condition, and one of the fun parts about it is that it's adjustable. So for those of you who like being able to see how cute it looks with the Christmas tree jewelry from the 1950s, 1960s, there's like a little kind of blue color that's just tucked right into it. And of course, the benefit is you can enjoy wearing the holiday jewelry now, but for example, the ring is something that you can enjoy all year long. And as you can see, I have on this navy color today, and it's so pretty with the navy. For those of you who love a blue, it's a very, very pretty blue, and it has kind of a crumpled or like a little bit of a ruffled style going around. It has a very petite dome, and all the stones are paste and prong set on the inside of it. So a very, very pretty piece and goes with so many other pieces. Do love the fact that you can easily be able to wear it with a lot of other pieces. Now, speaking of fun red and green jewelry, we have got this great mid-century modern piece that features these lucite leaves. And for those of you who like wearing holiday colors, or for those of you who like wearing holiday colors, but you don't find yourself wearing a lot of holiday colors like with your clothes, this would be very pretty with a whole bunch of neutrals. And the fun thing about this one, let's see if I can tuck this one on while I have the holly brooch at the same time, because it looks really sort of sweet and festive when you do that. Okay, so this is the multi-strand. It features lucite that has sort of a bell shape to it. Sure, you could be able to pull that one off. You could wear a brooch with this necklace. I have the brooch a little too close to where I would have it on the neckline, but you could definitely be able to wear this fun little holiday style necklace with the green and the red. And it has a nice graduated strand. I'm kind of getting this one. There we go. We've got the strands laying nice and flat now. And this one has got just a little bit of hint with the red inside of it with the green. So for those of you who, as I mentioned, love the holiday colors, but you have a more neutral colored closet, this is a fun piece to be able to add to your collection. And look at how sweet it looks with the holly brooch. So for those of you who like being able to wear the necklace and then be able to put like a little tiny scatter pin on the side of it, it's a super fun piece. And it has just the right amount of red to be able to layer it up with other pieces. And it is a really fun piece. And keep in mind that if you put this with other shades of green, this will look darker. And if you even put this with maybe like a red scoop neck or a red velvet shirt, you'll definitely see the red pop more. Oh, cool. Oh, yay. Megan says, I figured out how to cast my TV. Does it still show me watching? The husband was like, she's good. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy. That makes me happy. I hope that you enjoy seeing it all on the big screen. So this is the 1950s mid-century modern. And I just want everyone to keep in mind, in terms of the little crystals that you see, these are actual crystals. So they're not faceted lucite crystals. And the little red that is in between the little sort of discs or the little petals are red crystal as well. This one features a nice graduated strand. It is not signed, but it has a very nice secure J-hook closure on the back of it. So that's another nice feature of this one, is not only does it have the graduated design, it also has the adjustable neck. Alrighty, up next, let's see what we have. Okay, so did you see my post earlier? But I wanted to point out that we have a really fabulous, authentic horsebit necklace. And this one is not signed. We did have a very similar piece not that long ago with a little bit of a larger link. Some of them have been signed in the 1980s by Givenchy, a couple other different pieces, but I wanted to show you this awesome horsebit necklace. And if you saw my post earlier today, I was talking about how the horsebit design has been very iconic with a lot of couture brands and higher end designer brands that you know and love. So think about Hermes, think about Gucci. And I did show that Gucci uses the horsebit link on everything. They use it on everything from handbags to loafers, to belts, to even the top of their riding gloves, all kinds of pieces. And if you look at Hermes, same thing. They have it in almost all of their riding sort of silk inspired scarves. They have it using borders going across. They have it using different sort of motifs. Longchamp also uses it in their silk scarves and some of their accessories. So this is a very timeless style and design. It is sometimes referred to, well, most time it is referred to as the horsebit link because it has an equestrian theme or design to it, and other people call it the French link. So it's a French link or horsebit. And I also want to let you know, I did leave the links to 1st Dibs as well as Gucci itself, and just the pair of Gucci loafers with just 2 links going across it are like $750. The Hermes scarf that features the horsebit link on it is $375. The solid gold version of this bracelet at Gucci is $5,500. So imagine getting the look of a $5,500 necklace with a timeless style that has been popular with well-known designers for many, many years. And yes, getting that expensive look. The other thing is this one fits very comfortably. As you know, I don't really like things that are super close to the neck, but this one is pretty darn fabulous. It's just a really nice design. The other thing is that you can tell it has a very heavy 18 karat gold plating on it. I spoke about this earlier in the week when I was talking to somebody else about vintage jewelry. Keep in mind that the pieces usually from the 60s to the 80s, including Chanel, did multiple dips, 18 karat gold, 22 karat gold, over and over again. Even with Chanel today, it's like 2 coats on their iconic chain bags. So you're really getting high-end look and feel of pieces from your vintage pieces that are going all the way back to your 40s era. So this one is great. And in addition to that, we also have the matching horse bit earrings, and they are pierced, which is very nice. So many of you ask for pierced earrings, and here you go. I think it's a little hard to see them on the website. I'm looking for the other one. Here it is. But you can see how nicely they lay. They actually kind of lay in sort of the style of kind of a hoop hanging over. So this is a really fabulous design. And like I said, the thing that you have to keep in mind with these is we're talking about a look that is so iconic that, like I said, if you just go over to Gucci and you type in horsebit link, you will see at least 30 to 40 items on the website alone that have this great classic look and feel to it. And these pieces probably have the same kind of sort of iconic design, yet the quality is just as good as the buckle that's going across a pair of loafers. So this one is awesome. It fits very nicely in a neckline. You could easily be able to wear this with a popped up collar with a white classic shirt. You could wear this with a white tee. You could wear this with a cashmere sweater, but it is definitely by far one of the best pieces that we have. And like I said, go over to First Dibs. Take a look at the price tag for the 18 karat gold one for Gucci. If you'd like to spend $5,500, especially during the holiday season, let me know, because then I'd love to borrow it. But if you want to splurge on something for less than $100, I think you might really enjoy this one in your collection. And if you're not a necklace girl, keep in mind the earrings are pierced. And since you are all asking for pierced vintage earrings, and this is authentic vintage, this came right from an estate where nothing had really been added past 1980. And also, as you can see in the back, there's no wear to the plating either. So really nice, high quality piece. If someone doesn't add it to their collection, it might just pop into mine. So yeah, so that's, and same thing. Head over to Hermes, head on over to Longchamp, and you can see all of these different pieces and you'll see the design immediately. All right, up next, as long as we're talking about classic styles, hoops and classic gold chain jewelry, as you know, has been trending all season and all year long. If you read my blog post about fall jewelry trends, we're still going into the 2020 trend of classic chain jewelry. And these are very nice because they are a mid-sized hoop. They're not too big, they're not too small. As you can see, they're also pierced. They're not signed, but given the design, they are most likely Monet or Napier. Obviously, when you have a pierced earring and you have something like this, you don't always find the insignia or the stamp that has been on them. But for those of you who are looking for a nice mid-sized hoop, and keep in mind, I have my ears pierced, and don't worry, everything leaves here cleaned in alcohol. Keep in mind, I actually don't wear pierced earrings that often. Oh, goodness. So it's kind of a big deal if you see me putting them on. But I do want to give you an idea of the size and the scale. You can see, and then you can see that also from the side that you can easily see the classic chain styling, which is super fun. And as I mentioned, chain jewelry has really, really been a huge part of what you've seen online. But keep in mind, again, as we're talking about these pieces like the horsebit link, the gold chain, these are all pieces that even though they're on trend right now, they'll be timeless forever. And the fact that they have the heavy 18 karat gold plating on them is just a sign. Now look at how pretty. Like, I have to confess with you, it has been a very, very busy day here. And I actually do not have very much makeup on at all. I don't even have any concealer on. Please don't tell anyone. I just right before we went live made sure that I would have my hairbrush, a tiny little bit of blush, and threw some lipstick on. And that's the thing is, if you saw just a minute ago how I was able to instantly transform my face and really warm things up just by adding a pair of gold earrings, you can see in less than 5 seconds, you can really go from blah to beautiful or from drab to fab. And all it took was a pair of earrings. And especially, I always tell people the gold is so fabulous because it's elegant. It has the look of real. No one is ever going to tell you, hey, are those gold plated earrings? They're probably going to actually mistake them and think that they're solid gold. And in addition to that, this is a great time of year to add that warmth and luxe look to yourself. So somebody treat yourself to these. They're really fabulous. As you can see, like I said, very easy to be able to still pick up on the design. And it's nice because they're a nice mid-sized one, not too big and not too small. So great pair of earrings. As long as I have a gold on, and speaking of Lions and speaking of Gucci, so this is actually a scarf clip. And it has the lion motif on it. Claudia modeled it actually as clipping it onto her blouse, so I can show you. But this does make a really pretty scarf. Oh, so speaking of classic designs, I was going to look, does this have a horse bit print? No, but it has a classic scroll print. Actually, oh, no, those are French horns. But in any case, for those of you who are not, and this, by the way, is one of my own silk scarves. So I didn't just magically pull that out, though, but I am going to look down for just a minute. And again, this might make a lovely gift. But a scarf clip, and by the way, there is a lady that does these amazing scarf tutorials online. I should drop her information into the, because she knows how to do all kinds of cool things with them. But the scarf clip is super fun. It's just a little bit. I've tucked both ends on it. Normally I would roll this a little farther and a little bit closer. But for those of you who always wonder what to do with a scarf clip, you literally just put them through like a knot and then you clip it down and the lion holds it in place. And there are, like I said, there are so many cool tutorials on different ways to be able to use scarf clips. And this is another really high-end design. It's a really fabulous 1970s, 1980s piece. It's not signed, but it's probably most likely Accessicraft or possibly Anne Klein Couture, but it does have that really beautiful. And also, I might say that in addition to lions and tigers being very popular over at Gucci, another popular designer who uses the lion motif pretty frequently for you jewelry gals is Kenneth J. Lane. So for those of you who like the figural jewelry as well as the high-end sort of styling, this is a fun one. And this would, like I said, this would make a really fun gift. And there's all different ways that you can do them and use the scarf clip to hold it in place. It's just, you know, fun scarf jewelry. And for those of you also who would love to know more about how to be able to style this, go on the Hermes website because they have all different kinds. And look at how pretty these earrings look actually with this scarf. And I've had this for years. This is a vintage scarf. See, so you can definitely see that how easy it is. And in addition to that, it would make a really nice gift. So I would not hesitate to pick up the scarf clip, the Gucci style French link or horsebit link necklace, and also the gold chain earrings. All of them tremendously excite me, and I hope they tremendously excite you too. They all need to go to homes, ladies. So let's make sure that we get all of these pieces off to new homes. And think about all these really beautiful, you know, sort of tried and true designs. These will look great, and they would also make wonderful gifts. Alrighty, I'm very happy again to present a really beautiful milk glass brooch. So this is a lovely milk glass brooch, and this one features a coral stone in the center. This one's kind of neat because this one has this dark oxidized finish, but it's not quite a japanned metal finish. You know, the japanned metal finish has the enamel work that's been put over on top of the metal. This is actually sort of a gunmetal style, so possibly when they were dipping things over the rhodium plating, they actually tinted it. So this one is a very nice one. This one has a very, very secure clasp on it, so I have to make sure that I get the clasp open on here. It's like so secure that I actually have to be able to open it. So this one is a great one to wear medallion style. And as you can see, I have on the navy and it just pops so beautifully. So for those of you who like wearing classic colors and still wear these types of colors, remember, I actually do have another video coming out. I just shot it, but I haven't talked about it really yet. It's how to wear white after Labor Day. And I talk all about how to accessorize your white jeans, maybe your white pants, how to mix your white milk glass with your, what you're wearing in the darker colors. So all really great ways to be able to add milk glass jewelry to what you might be wearing. This is not just for spring and for summer, especially when you look at the fact that this has this deeper gray color in the back and the oxidation, sort of that gunmetal color. This would look really fantastic against some heather grays too. And then of course you've got the added addition of the really beautiful coral. So you've got that and then just the right hint of rhinestones in it. And speaking of things with oxidized finishes, we have got this awesome tassel bracelet. And I talked a little bit about some of my favorite books to both give and receive. And one of them that I mentioned, and I do promise I finished my gift guides today. And Leanne was busy getting them ready to be loaded up on the blog. And so all we have to do is sort of tell you ladies when they're coming out. But one of the gift guides that I did put together based on some of the things that you asked me about were some of my favorite books. And it wasn't just favorite books that I talked about that were just jewelry books. I talked about some of the iconic fashion and style books that I loved. This is a great bracelet. This has got this chain that's hanging off of it with the black. And I'm sorry if it looks so awkward while I'm doing this. It's hard to show a dangling chain bracelet without kind of giving you also the kind of all the dimensions and features on it. So it features these little princess cut stones that have been put into the dome. And then as you can see, it has rhinestones going across it. It has a brown, a sort of a brassy tone to it. So it's sort of like a deeper antique gold. And it also has a mixed media chain on it. So it's got square links that are holding some of the oval links, and then it also has these textured links too. This one's another fun one. This is a more contemporary piece, but where I was going with this is if you have the book Living in Style from Rachel Zoe, which by the way, that's what made me think about it. She had posted on her Instagram earlier this week that it's been almost a decade since she had her book that was a New York Times bestseller, and that was the one, Living in Style. It was a Rachel Zoe book, and I have that one, and I do really like it because Rachel Zoe talks about her years as being a personal stylist, and she also talks about how that as she developed her own clothing line and her own accessory line, that she took a lot of cues for things that could mix with 1970s fashion. So we're thinking Halston, some jumpsuits, classic black, and this actually very much reminds me of a David Webb, like a $20,000 bracelet that she actually has in her personal collection that features these domed caps and then with some little beads that are dangling off of it. So again, this is a really great find. And for those of you who like those higher end designs, this one's a fun one to think about adding to your collection. Alrighty, more holiday magic. Another really beautiful and outstanding piece is this lovely, and when I mean lovely, gold swan brooch that has all of these beautiful rhinestones that have been set pave style, as well as going along the crest of the feather has these beautiful emerald cut rhinestones that have been channel set. So this one is a very nice one. Again, you're going to see, and by the way, I saw Alicia say that she's working on growing her scarf collection and that lately she's been wearing her blue Versace one a lot, and I don't blame you. Scarves are just simply amazing. They can just transform your look, and they always have such a higher end style and design. And excuse me while I fix my blouse or my sweater, because, well, again, when I'm looking camera different directions, you can never really tell which way you're going. So this is that very lovely Swarovski style swan brooch. It is a very nice size. And it really does sparkle from all different angles. It's a great piece to be able to wear with other classic rhinestone jewelry. So I'm going to throw Ms. Leanne for a loop. But for example, the channel set that you see on this 1980s bracelet brings out the channel set baguettes that you see in the rhinestone swan. For those of you who are looking for unique gifts to give to other people, this would be a very lovely gift. It really is something that just stands out, and it has all of the sparkle, just like I talk about, that you cannot easily find in other places. So for example, I always say, you can't just walk into any place that you want, everything from Target to Bloomingdale's, and find brooches. So that's why we work so hard to bring you the really, really unique ones. This one is a nice one because it's sort of like a nice combination of having that true vintage feel, especially with the rhinestones, but it also is not so reminiscent of a 1950s and 60s design. So if you're looking to add something to your collection that has more of a contemporary feel to it, but you do like something that has that classic 1980s bold bling, there you go. This is that piece. It's just an outstanding style. And also, you know, sometimes I talk about things like the pretty cameos, or I talk about pretty figural jewelry. This one has a nice style and a nice design. It is a very pretty swan. We've had some other swan jewelry. They've all been really nice, but this one just has that added oomph of being very well made with both the channel set stones as well as the pave set ones. So I hope you'll enjoy this one and take a closer look at it. I hope that now that you can see it on, that you can appreciate the size and the scale. It's still very tasteful, but at the same time, it really stands out. Just beautiful. And like I said, Leanne is over here going, you didn't tell me you were going to talk about that bracelet at the same time. But if you want to see, we do have a bangle that matches the channel set very well. But for those of you who might also have a classic gold tennis bracelet, this would look very dynamic and beautiful with that as well. Beautiful, beautiful styling. So I mentioned something about cameos just a moment ago, and we do have a beautiful Wedgwood style cameo bracelet. This one is a petite link, and it's a very delicate sort of styling, as you can see, and it features a Wedgwood blue with a light white cameo, and it is set in a silver tone. This is a very delicate link. So for those of you who like the more feminine styled details, this is exactly what it is. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I can get it on without any extra help. I'm getting close. There we go. Oh man, usually I can get it on the first try. Some people, you know, stay up late doing other things. I practice trying to get jewelry on myself, by myself. I'm so close. I'm so close. I got it. This is the bracelet. And as you can see, it has a very delicate styling to it. And it has very, again, as I just put it, it has very pretty cameos on it. There's pretty cameos and there's ugly cameos. But of course, I would never add any of the ugly ones to our collection. But this one is a very nice one. It does have a very delicate style to it. It could easily be layered up with other pieces. We also have got a rose motif bracelet. So this one is a 1950s design. It has a slide-in push clasp. And for those of you who like layering up romantic style pieces, how pretty do these two look together? So it's the best of the Victorian revival and the best of a classic 1950s style. We have those feminine details with both the very pretty Limoges painted rose, and then we have the very lovely cameo that goes with it. And it's very easy to be able to mix these sort of styles together. So we have the hand painted bangle, and I'll show you. The cameo bracelet is a little bit larger. It does fit both a small and a large size wrist. So for those of you who are looking to see, you can wear the cameo lower than the rose motif with the embossed bracelet, but they do look very, very nice together. So for those of you who are my cameo collectors, the other thing is you may see a nice resurgence, not you may, you are seeing a nice resurgence of a lot of blue and white pottery, lots of references to chinoiserie, but lots of references to Wedgwood blue too. So for those of you who are Wedgwood collectors, bring it all out. It is definitely back in style, and the Wedgwood blue is actually always very classic. It's a very beautiful design. I actually popped over to one of our local antique stores today, had to chat it up with somebody else, and I had noticed a lot of really beautiful Wedgwood pieces that were there. So I also noticed a lot of really pretty milk glass pieces. So this is the very lovely bracelet. I do like this one too. It has a very romantic styling to it. It goes very nice with other pink jewelry. I'm going to show you a very nice complementary piece that goes with this. So this is the petite rose bracelet, and it does have a hinge on it, and it has a slight embossed detail going around both sides. Excuse me again. Sometimes we need that. So this is the bracelet, and then what I wanted to show you that it goes so lovely with is this really beautiful pink that's got a frosted glass with both rhinestones, and look at the two shades of pink together. So for those of you who love layering up pieces, this is a very, very lovely set. And for those of you who also are just looking, this is not a missing stone. The stone is in the center. It's just that beautiful of translucence that you just see all the reflection. Now, I do want to point out that even though this is pink, for those of you who like those rose gold or those pinky roses, this does look really beautiful. And again, I'm going to put this on against navy, and you're going to see how pretty this looks against a darker color. And I'm going to put it on medallion style. I'm not going to freak out that I can't. There we go. I got the rollover. It does feature a rollover clasp, and it has sort of a starry snowflake style design. It is set in a gold tone. It's a classic 1950s piece. And as I mentioned, for those of you who really love being able to put pinks together, this would make a very beautiful set. So this one has got the pink with the rose, and then you're bringing out the classic pink. Sorry. You know, the velvet is going to drive me nuts because I feel like it's got a reflection on the side, and it doesn't. It's just the light. So this is the pink with the moon glow and the satin glass. And as I mentioned, it has kind of a pink snowflake design. This is a great piece, obviously, because I'm wearing it at the center of my neckline. So for those of you who like wearing something medallion or pendant style, very easy to do here. And in addition to that, this would be a great brooch actually to pop on a brooch converter and be able to wear like a pendant. So it's a really nice size piece. It's not too big. It's not too small. This would be another lovely piece to wear on a cardigan on the side. And this also would make a great one on certainly a variety of different colored coats, including your light heather color. This would be very nice against a winter white color, just lots of different kinds of colors that you could obviously make the most of this one. But what I do like is, like I said, I have on a classic navy with the burnout with the velvet. This is my top from Talbot's, and you can still see how beautiful this lighter color looks. Now, the other thing is it's not too springy. This is definitely an appropriate brooch to wear in the fall and winter season. And who doesn't love a little bit of pink? I have this thing with pink. So many people say, I have this thing with pink. And certainly you do. It's really easy to. So I'm kind of winding down here, but we do have some other beautiful pieces to talk about. Okay, speaking of beautiful pieces that we can talk about, I wish I had something that I could kind of throw over this right now. Do I have anything that I can throw over this? Not really, not handy. But this is the rhinestone sweater guard. So Sweater guards are also really fun, and they're very handy with wearing pashminas or shawl type style pieces. This one features two little alligator clips. It's a US made, patent pending, and it features clear diamante rhinestones. So for those of you who like wearing other classic rhinestone jewelry, so for example, classic rhinestone earrings. For those of you who like being able to wear velvet, you like being able to actually wear a classic sweater guard with a classic cardigan, this is another fun piece. And sweater guards are hot right now. Even some of the higher end designs and higher end cardigan companies are showing the vintage sweater guards, even with the new pieces. One of the companies that I do like to mention that definitely has a vintage aesthetic to it, but the sizes are a little more forgiving, is Simple Retro. And Simple Retro has had quite a few sort of cardigan style little sweaters that are perfect to wear with sweater guards as well. And as I mentioned, this is another great pair of earrings. These are the fan style ear clips. And as you can see, it's very nice to put other rhinestone jewelry with the rhinestone sweater guard. So that's another really fun piece that we have this week. Now, speaking of icy blues, let's talk about these very pretty icy blue earrings that we have. These were very, very popular. These feature a pressed glass. So this is a pressed glass earring. And as you can see, it has sort of that moon glow styling to it. It also has a very light baby blue Aurora Borealis stone that is tucked into it. They are a petite cluster style. They are a nice, well-balanced. I'm going to see if I can just make this one just a tiny bit more comfortable going up. There we go. And as you can see, even if you wear darker shades of blue, it does look very pretty with darker shades of blue. It's another great one to show off with the navy. So these feature a mold pressed glass. It is not a lucite, it is actually a glass stone. And this one features some Aurora Borealis that has been sprinkled in with it, as well as it also has rhodium silver plated settings. So for those of you who are white gold, platinum, you love the silver colored metals, this one is set in the silver colored metal, and it is just a very, very nice earring. It has that wintered style light blue color that you do love. And so it's great to be able to wear with all kinds of different neutrals as well as different shades of blue. And we do have a really beautiful mid-century modern ring that matches it perfectly. So this is the mid-century modern ring, and it's sort of a princess style. It features a mill grain detail with light blue rhinestones, very similar to the earrings that I have on. This is a very lightweight ring. It's a 1950s. It features a pressed style design, and then it's got the mill grain accents with it, and then it has the light blue stones. Another thing that's awesome about this ring, besides the very, very pretty color, is that it does go very nicely with these earrings. So for those of you who like being able to build sets, this is a very lovely set together. The light blue and then the shimmery, you can see all the reflection of the light with the little fan, with the glass. It's just a very lovely, beautiful styling, just great. And they look so pretty with the blue. So I hope whoever picks those up keeps them together, because that's definitely a lovely set. Okay, we are winding down here. I keep saying that, but then I just keep seeing jewelry to show you too. Okay, the funky, the fabulous, the lightweight. At first, when I saw this piece, I thought, that's not vintage, it's new. But it is. It is authentic 1950s Hong Kong. It is signed. It features a fold-over clasp. It is ridiculously lightweight. So for those of you who are looking for something that can really make a statement that goes with lightweight, this looks so awesome against darker colors. So I have on navy, but this also looks fantastic against black. It does have that very retro, modern, late 1950s, very early 60s vibe. Be great to wear with a caftan. So for those of you concerned about the Corona 2020, don't worry about it. Wear it with your long flowy tops. Definitely some of those finds that you might pick up at Chico's. The kind of bell sleeve with the sort of chiffon styling. This would be super fun with that. And the other thing that I want to point out, I'm very open and honest with you girls all the time. I'm a little bit bustier, and this still lays perfectly. So it's a super great piece. As I said, cha-cha-cha, super fun, very lightweight, a lot of great coloring to this. We're showing you a lot of different colors, a lot of pieces that are actually in the pastels. But for those of you who like a really nice statement necklace, this is a very cool find. Yeah, so kicky looking, exactly. It looks like it's ready to go to a party. I don't know what kind of party you're having. Maybe you're having a party at home, but this looks exactly like it's ready to go to a party. And another great piece that would just be so easy to mix with other classic rhinestone jewelry. And it does feature a fold over clasp, but like I said, it's very generous with the length. So it's very easy to pop on over the head without stressing out over it. Like I'm getting it stuck in my hair right now. No, there you go. It features a fold over clasp, and it's a nice secure one. And right there in the back of the fold over is the signature for Hong Kong. So another fun find. I love when retro finds look like there'd be something that you picked up at a store right now. It makes it that much more fun when you see that they're actually authentically stamped from the 1950s. Dare I say, but maybe even Mrs. Roper would wear something like this. So a very, very cool find. All right, I'm going to talk about some rhinestone jewelry just quickly. Leanne, don't freak out. Leanne never freaks out, but she does sometimes be like, you never told me you were going to talk about that piece. So for those of you who are looking for some classic rhinestone pieces to add to your look for the holidays, this is a beautiful piece. This one features the little bit of the Y styling. As you can see, I have this on with a scoop neck, but this would be very pretty with a sweetheart neckline or also a V-neck. It would be very nice even if you had a pair of diamond studs. So don't think that you need a big cluster clip rhinestone earring. It's a great piece. And also it has a lot of sparkle. Many of us might be not going to as many holiday parties, but I will show this on a different day unless someone nabs it, which they really should. I bought a really cute top from J. Crew, and it has a tartan plaid bow, and it has just enough of a scoop neck. And I do intend to pin brooches right through the scoop neck. And also I plan on being able to wear necklaces of this style with it because it'll be perfect for filling the neckline. Another thing that I really do love about this piece is there's no dark stones. So there's no foil loss, there's no moisture, there's no clouded stones behind it. In addition to that, it also has got no plate wear to the rhodium plating on the back of it. So it's another piece to really easily be able to wear with all of your other pieces. So there you can see, no plate wear, no dark stones, J-hook clasp on the back, very easy to be able to take on and off, and a nice secure piece. Next, I'm going to talk about another holiday style piece. This one features just the hint of the emerald cut stone. This one has got the swoosh that is on it. And this one has a little bit of a dangling charm. So for those of you who are also looking for something maybe a little bit more petite, this is my time to tell you about all of the fabulous pieces. Please do not wait. Thanksgiving is a week from tomorrow. Remember, make the memory, take the picture, take the pictures with your children, take the pictures with your parents. You know, just because this year things look a little different doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to celebrate the time that you have with your family, still making memories. It's a great time to play some games. It's a great time to watch some movies with each other. And it's a great time to still dress up. And you'll look back one day and not think about how hard this time is, but you'll look back and you'll thank yourself for making the memories and taking the pictures. So avoid that staying home during the holidays and wearing your pajamas. I always tell you already now, you will be more productive and you will feel better about yourself if you take the time to actually get dressed up every day. And now I'm just going to give you a little bit of a peek, but I have got an outfit set up there from J. Crew. I have got a sweater over there from Frances Valentine. I have a green ultra suede jacket that you can't see, that's just on the other side of that. And I have an olive green sweater from J. Crew also via ThredUp, just to let you know. So contributing to that sustainable fashion and slow fashion movement by buying goods secondhand. Nothing, no shame in that game. All of this jewelry was worn by distinctive women all over the world before they're going to go off and live with you. So this is a very beautiful brooch, and put it on. Get dressed up. For me, many of you ask me how I do it all the time. I'm a planner. I plan out my outfits in advance. I kind of gave some of you a sneak peek before. Otherwise, maybe you saw I have that gigantic closet in which I'm lucky because Mr. Vintage Meet Modern takes up about this much room. And then I have the rest of the closet to myself. But I plan my outfits. I do have pink carpeting in there. Actually, it's more of a mauve. And also I have a pink tub with a very large tile surround. I do try to take baths at least once a week to kind of relax and enjoy myself. But also I lay out all my clothing and I have a look at it, you know, and make sure that I'm prepared for the week. And that's how I stay motivated to get dressed. And if I have a day where I'm just not feeling it, maybe I had too much Chicago deep dish pizza, maybe I decided to indulge in a glass of wine, maybe Mr. Michael and I made brownies. There was somebody who was there the other night. They were asking me questions by DM on Instagram. And I was like, I can't talk to you right now because I'm making brownies with Mr. Michael. But that's my point. So here I am. I have the princess style emerald cut necklace with the emerald green stones. I just showed you the emerald with the brooch. This one is a very pretty one to fill the neckline too. This one has a really nice holiday styling to it. And this one also features a spring ring clasp. So if this is a little short for you, this features a spring ring clasp. Very easy to get a necklace extender and make it longer. This is another one as I kind of reach over here. I have so many outfits down here because I've been planning what I was going to wear, and I also wanted to show you the versatility. So this is a black velvet. This is another black velvet. This is from J. Crew, and you can see how beautiful this looks with a black velvet. It goes very lovely with the navy as well. So I love the fact that you can wear so many different pieces, so many different ways, and you know, you can really enjoy them the whole holiday season. To me, I know that a lot of really beautiful emerald jewelry. This is the check piece, like I said. So this has got the spring ring on it, if you can see, and it's got the little hole on it. So if you want to make this an extender and wear this longer, you can wear this longer too. No problem. We got you covered. And I'm going to show you one last piece that I really do like, that is another one that's super holiday appropriate, is we have that caged rhinestone necklace with the ruby red in it. This is another absolutely fabulous necklace, and this one's also got great holiday presents as well. So we talked a little bit about the green. We talked about the classic diamante with the little sort of V-styled one. You know, right now Veronica's thinking, could I wear them all at the same time? So this one has got the princess styling to it with a little bit of the V. This one features the caged stones with the red rhinestones. And then, of course, I just showed you that we have the emerald green too. So these are all really pretty ways that even if you're dressing a little more casually, as I mentioned, do it for you. Get dressed up. Take the picture, enjoy the holidays. They only come once a year. So that's what I really want all of you to be able to do. It's always about looking and feeling your best. And, you know, be like me. I've had this habit since kindergarten of pulling out my things. And as I said, I'm pretty flexible. If I don't feel like wearing something that I had in the pile, I just make sure there's a couple extra piles of things to be able to pick from. And that keeps me motivated. And even today, as I told you, today was very, very busy. I did not really have a time to really get myself dressed or to do other things. And so it's a great day to just pop on some jewelry and let the jewelry do the work of helping you look and feel polished and beautiful. So like I said, we've had a little bit of everything tonight. We've had rhinestones, we've had classic gold jewelry, we've got some very pretty, bangles, some pretty pieces that have got some pastel colors to it. So I just promise you that there's a little bit of everything. So on that note, we started off by talking about holiday jewelry. We started off by showing off that fabulous French link or the horsebit link. There's just a ton of awesome trays and beautiful pieces. There's a couple really cool rings this week. We've got the green. Everybody's always telling me they're looking for things in silver. So go load up, go forth, add the rings, be fabulous. They always fit. Many of you are sitting at home doing work from your computer. You might as well look down and like what you see with your hands. We've got a little bit of the fun and the funky, and of course, pieces that would make absolutely gorgeous gifts too, like the pearl coil bracelet. So that's it. That's a lot though. So I'd love everyone to head on over to vintagemeetmodern.com, take a look at the new arrivals, and pick the perfect piece for you. All of you are beautiful. You are wonderful contributors to the world. I want you all to look and feel your best every day. Here comes Mr. Michael. You want everybody to look and feel their best every day, right? You lay out your clothes for the night before what you're going to wear too, right? Yeah. Of course, it's always some different version of Under Armour or Nike, although we do have a Mickey Mouse shirt on today. So you want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving? I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope that you enjoy the collection. Everything you can find is under Vintage Meet Modern. And if you have any specific questions about anything, don't hesitate to ask. Or if you want to see something else tried on, that is what we are here for. So thank you so much for joining us. It was wonderful all to see you. I will see you again next week. And everybody enjoy your evening. And I will see you all again real soon. Bye.